Greetings, folks. It's Monday, the 16th of October. I've got the radio on, but I'm going to turn it off. And my video may touch on music, it may not. It's time to just, speak a little bit. I was listening to the news, or actually I'm listening to On Point this morning with Tom Ashcroft, whatever the fuck his name is. He really irritates me. They're talking about Iran. Everyone sounds, this is just an op-ed. This is my opinion, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't like my opinion, just listen, okay? Don't give me yours, okay? I don't care, okay? So, if me saying that pisses you off, that's not the intention to piss you off. I'm just being really blunt and honest. I just want to share some thoughts with you. It is my opinion, and I'm going to give my opinion about a couple things here because a lot of shit's been on my mind, and this is part of why I do the videos, is to talk. But all the talk around our current president is insane. The man is so unqualified, and yet you listen and people are jumping over hoops trying to figure out ways to justify his actions, to somehow normalize this idiot, this self-centered person who is just has ego problems, and everything is about winning and looking good. You hear what he says? It's all about making the moment look good. It's not about fixing or doing anything. That's my first rant. So, since childhood, I've been addicted to radio. It's among other ways, it's how I discovered a lot of really good music back in the 60s when radio was good. So I still have a real deep habit of when I'm sitting here, reaching over and turning the radio on at certain times of the day, top of the hour, news, whatever. But everything is so propagandized, manufactured, spun. It's like you have to read between the lines and then decide how much of that really probably is the truth. This world is insane. Another thing I want to bring up, and this is kind of focused to my peeps in Omaha, but it touches the world. In Omaha, for about a year or so now, there has been this insane racket going on about racism and who can use the N-word and who's being insensitive. The main thing I want to say is this, is that it appears to me that most of the people who are doing the calling out and the blame placing were not raised very well. They don't. Someone forgot to tell them that when you're pointing a finger at one person, you have three fingers pointing back at you, and that a lot of times calling out people saying you shouldn't is completely useless, as though you really have any business telling someone else what they should do. My response to those people is get off your stupid judgmental asses and change yourselves and show the world how to be through your own actions. I've been watching people just really get bent out of shape about race issues, completely missing the point. They're arguing back and forth about who can use what words and who can appropriate what. The people doing the arguing are creating the most damage. They aren't helping anyone. All these white people trying to talk about people of color, what they don't know. And so to yell back and forth to other white people about what black people need and what black people and what people of color need, it's insane, and it's going on in Omaha. And people have lost their minds, and just there are a lot of people who are squabbling and talking who should shut up. I wrote something on my Facebook page which kind of relates to this. Let me go to it and read it because I'm going to wrap up. I'm just sharing my thoughts, so please, if you're not used to people sharing their thoughts and somehow it triggers you, deal with the trigger, but don't come over here and write some bullshit to me, okay? I'm just at home talking, okay? If you don't like it, that's fine. But seriously, don't come over here having a shit bit just because you can't see what I'm saying. I'm almost on my Facebook page. Curious to see what people... Yeah, also this other thing that people are doing in regards to the sexual harassment shit with Weinstein, which the casting couch, it's a reality, it's been there forever. People online are now doing this. They're saying me too. Well, I put mine on there too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I've been raped. I've also dealt with unscrupulous managers trying to get sex off of band members in my early days when I was underage. Yeah, I've been through it. But this is what I have to say to the world, because no one... And then also, okay, I'm going to get there. Then another thing I put on my page, you know, knowing that some people wouldn't understand what I'm saying, is I just said, religion isn't the answer. Politics is not the answer. Then, of course, you get a lot of wise people agreeing, then you eventually get the folks who have a problem with it because they're religious. And they just have to have it. Okay? And then the things they say don't make any sense. And so I come back to them and say, this is why I said what I said. Religion works for you, but it's not an answer. It doesn't help us live together. It creates division. The idea that you have to have a mass hypnosis so that everyone's thinking the same thing so they can all be a part of the same religion, that sounds like madness, okay? Doesn't sound like an answer to me. So, also when I'll post things on my site, sometimes I get this blowback as though others have something to say about how I'm living. You don't. I'm just using social media to share my thoughts. Ain't nothing to get upset about. This is what I said today. Message to everyone. I am 62 years old. I am not 16. Every moment I breathe brings me closer to my death. And with that realization, I am focused on enjoying my life, okay? I am not under any obligation to do anyone else's agenda. None. None. I could live a long time. I could die at any moment. So with that in mind, I'm going to enjoy my time. Critics be damned, okay? Nobody knows what I should be doing. Everyone's trying to tell everybody else what to do. And consequently, all sounding like idiots. The best thing that we can do for this world is to try to focus on making ourselves better people and living accordingly. Show by example instead of pointing the finger like idiots, like judgmental children. I'll tell you what, since I was a kid, a lot of basic wisdom that used to be taught has been lost. And that's why the world is so damn crazy. That's my rant for today, okay? Be well.